All right, this is Deanna Marie, and welcome back here to the Clue Seat. And today we're going to be talking about how it is not good for man to be alone. Okay, so let's get started. All right, today's
Today's
Bible verse is going to be Genesis chapter 2, verse 24. I'm going to be talking, though, throughout Genesis chapter 2, starting at verse 18 through 25 and ending at Genesis 3, 1. Okay, so that being said, make sure you guys open up the Bibles, pray, have God talk to you specifically about that, okay? And then I'm going to say what I feel like he wants me to say. Okay, here we go, gentlemen and ladies. Okay, the first thing I want you to notice is God notices it's not good for man to be alone, right? And he kind of already knew that, but he's ready for Adam to be with somebody. So what does he do? He lets Adam start naming all the animals, but he's showing animals that have mates, right? So Adam's starting to wake up and realize, like, hey, I've been by myself this whole time. Look at everyone else. There's marriages over here with all the animals, and he's knowing that God's showing him and revealing to him, hey, it's time, Adam. Like it's time for you to find your helper, okay? And for some of you guys on here, I think you guys are starting to feel like that. It's time for you to be with the woman that you want to be with. It's time for you to be with your helper. You guys are tired of messing around, and you're looking for that Eve, that woman that's going to love, honor, respect you, make you the head of the household, and treat you like a man is supposed to be treated, right? So God causes Adam to go into a deep sleep, right? While Adam's sleeping, he's making Eve. He's designing Eve, right? He's working on Eve, okay? So what might that look like in your life? Maybe you guys have been, so focused on work, so focused on making finances, so focused on, making sure you're, mentally healthy and you're this and you're that. Okay, that could be the deep sleep that you're in, Adam. Like you're in that moment, that's what you're doing and that's what you're focused on. And God's letting you do that because you're making preparations for your future wife, your Eve. She's coming, right? God is going to present this woman to you, right? Okay. Eve, what's he doing with Eve? He's making her and designing her. He's putting all of the things that need to be put together so that that woman's prepared for you. So what might that look like? He's making her patient. He's making her kind. He's teaching her how to respect people. He's like teaching her how to have a quiet spirit, how to cook, how to clean, all the things that you're lacking or that you're desiring or what's most important to you. God is working on that with the women. That's what he's doing, because before he presents her, both people have to be ready. It can't just be one over here is ready and the other one's not ready, because if that's the case, he would not just take Eve half put together and say, here, Adam, do your thing. That's not what he would do. Both people have to be prepared. So sometimes if it's taking a long time, sometimes it's not always you. Maybe it's your Eve's not ready. Maybe it's Adam's he hasn't woken up yet. Maybe it could not. Sometimes it doesn't just have to do with you. Both people have to be prepared to be in marriage. You know why? Because marriage isn't always easy. Marriage isn't always fun sometimes. You're not always going to want to feel like, dressing up and looking cute and doing that stuff. Sometimes you're going to be like, oh, I'm tired, I don't want to do this. But you need to have like consistency and be able to persevere together. Okay, that's why two's stronger than one. You know why? Because you can both encourage each other. But both people have to be mentally ready, physically ready, and all the ducks have to be in order before this marriage can even take place. Okay? So if you've been in a deep sleep and God's waking you up, guess what? Adam, Eve's coming. And Eve, if you've been being worked on and God's been saying like, hey, get mentally prepared, go over this, read this, learn these skills, then you need to be prepared to be a good wife. And these are all skills that you don't learn going out in clubs, going out to bars, sleeping around, and doing those things. That's not what you do. If you want to be a husband, act like a husband before you are a husband. You want to be a wife, act like a wife before you're even a wife. You know why? Because when Adam shows up, it's a very simple transition. You don't have to say, oh my gosh, I have to stop sleeping around because I've been doing this the whole time and now I'm going to stop. Now I'm going to change for that person. No. Be a wife now. Act like a husband now. Okay, it doesn't mean you have to go out there and be like a weirdo and be like, I'm married, like, or anything like that. It just means act presentable. Act like you would act if you were married, okay? If you were married, you would not, or you should not. I mean, some people do. I don't get down like that. But some people do act like they're single even when they're married. Don't do that. Start acting like, how you would want to be, as a husband, do those things, work hard, do all those qualities, because then Eve can come. Don't delay your process by going to clubs and partying and doing crazy stuff that you shouldn't be doing. And then the last thing that I wanted to point out, after all of that, when they're married, okay, or before, when you meet this woman, I hope you understand that Satan is not going to like it. Okay, so there's going to be a little bit of spiritual warfare and attack on that union, because he knows two are stronger than one. He doesn't want that to take place, Adam. So don't be letting Eve hang out by the tree and look at nonsense, because that's what happens the very next chapter. Eve's over there doing something that she shouldn't be doing. Okay, so Adam, pay attention to that. Protect your marriage. Protect the girl and provide for the girl, and don't let the enemy do no nonsense to stop anything that God's given you, okay? So think about that, all right? I know somebody needed to hear that today, okay? So anyways, like, share, subscribe, and comment as always, and I will see you guys back here next time.